All right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this fine day. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's video du jour is a real treat because I didn't pay for it. I didn't ask for it. It was just sent to me, and I don't know how. I don't know who. So whoever sent this to me, thank you. You're a super meanie. Invincible, tabletop RPG, superhero role-playing by Free League Publishing. This is the starter box. I also have the core rulebook. So they sent me the Kickstarter pledge, and I got the starter set, which we'll go over. And then I also got the core rulebook, which we're kind of going to go over a little bit. We're going to talk more about rules in the core rulebook section, but I wanted to kind of go through. I did an unboxing real quick. So if you've seen that, you can probably skip forward a little bit. What's super cool about this is, here's the funny part. It's a D6 game. I typically don't like D6 games. Mr. Mean is on record as saying, I hate D6 games. But guess what? Here's another one that I think I'm going to like. You get 10 D6, which are sold separately. I got mine. They're still in the box, although it's easy to pop them open. It's not sealed or anything. But with the Kickstarter, you also got a set. You got a set in the starter box. So I got 2 sets. So I got 20 D6. So I got more than enough for everybody to play. You get some little cardboard stands, acrylic clear see-through stands, and there's some cardboard punch outs that are standard board game quality thickness. They're very nice. They're full color. I wish they would have been front and back for facing and all that, but they're not. But that's okay. They're still very nice. The core box, you also get the basic rules. Of course, the core rule book is going to give you all the rules, but you get a nice staple bound rule book. I should have actually had this out so I could tell you how many pages it is. It's not very much. Here it is. It's got the Invincible cover on it. It is a whopping 21 pages. It's even printed on the back. The art is fantastic. The art looks like it's mostly from the animated series, but there is some art from the comic books, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a mature game, age 16 plus per the rules. It's right there on the cover. So just because the Invincible comic book deals with more mature themes, there's a lot of violence, hardcore violence, gore. So if that's not your jam, this will not be the game for you. So that's why they gave it a 16 plus rating. But you do get the starting rules, 21 pages, cover to cover, full of text and everything. It's done really well. High color art, glossy, as you can see on the screen here. You also get a read me first, which just is the basics, which comes with the GM screen, the dice, and the cards and stuff, which we'll go over. And then you get a starting adventure, Metro Mayhem. I haven't read the adventure. I am going to run it, but I wanted to. I haven't had a chance, to be honest. And this weekend was Excalibur Con, and I ran Daggerheart, and it was fantastic. I had a blast. It was really good. Had a good time. It's doubled in size from last year. I'll do an after con report video that I'll get up here real soon. One of the other things you get in the box set is I think it's 5 or 6. I can't remember. You get these cards, which are the NPC, or not the NPCs. They are player characters in the game to run with the starting adventure. So you get these are rules cards. I'm sorry, these are rules references. So that's even better. That's my bad. I have contacts on and I can't read small print, so I have to wear my cheaters. I thought these were the copies of the character cards. They're not. This is a rules primer. So this is just a info sheet of the rules, and there's 5 of them in here. So 1 for the GM and 4 players. There are, I believe, 6 of the characters. Let me make sure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 characters. that you can play. They give you these little cards, which gives a brief synopsis and motivations and things like that on the back. It's very cool. I really dig these. I think these are super sharp because it gives you all the basic quick reference rules. The GM screen is going to go over it more. More importantly, this game uses an initiative system that I like. It's kind of reminiscent of Savage Worlds and some other games where it's a card-based initiative. You get dealt a card, and I believe it goes 1 to 10, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 1 to 10, and that's your initiative. And you deal out the cards, and there's beautiful art on the cards as well. And I think it's Hardcase was the guy's name, and it's Mark or Invincible fighting him. So you shuffle these up randomly and you deal them out, and that's how you deal with initiative. So it's very random. There's no dice rolls. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff, which I like. Then you get the GM screen, which it is a portrait GM screen. I wish it was landscaped. I'm sorry, I broke the clip on my mic, so if I go in and out of volume level, it's because I'm covering the mic with stuff, which is why I'm trying to stand like this so that I don't cover the microphone, which is sitting down here. So there's the 3-panel GM screen. It's quite nice. I think it's very well used for space. And then, of course, the art is phenomenal. So another excellent resource. And that's basically the starter box with the dice and everything that you get. Just as a brief overview. I'm going to put that off to the side here. Give me a second. All right, now the core rule book. Again, I'm on record as saying I'm not a fan of D6 games. There's a few D6 games I like. I like GURPS. I'm a big fan of GURPS. I'm a big fan of Age by Green Ronin. I'm a big fan of The Black Iron by Broken Rat Games, one of my favorites. There's a couple other D6 games that I really like. Degenesis, I really like. Which is a dice pool game. I'm not a big fan of Shadowrun. I'm not a big fan of a couple other D6 based games. I can tolerate Marvel Multiverse, but I haven't yet played it, so I don't know. But the fact that you get 10 dice and that's all you need is pretty solid, and I'm down with that because we're not chucking 20 D6s. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't like it. I don't know why. Obviously, I have no problem counting. I'm very good at basic math. I've been gaming for 40 years. I have no problem tallying up numbers. I do it quite quickly. But I like this game. Now, again, I saw the Kickstarter for this because I'm always big on superhero games. And I went, as soon as I saw it was a D6 and it was proprietary D6, I was like, meh, I'm out. And I didn't look anything. I didn't look any further. Didn't care. Wasn't going to back it. I didn't back it. And then all of a sudden it showed up on my doorstep one day and I was like, I had to go back and check the Kickstarter and make sure I didn't back this. I did not back it. Somebody sent this to me. I don't know who. Nobody has stepped forward. So whoever you are, again, thank you so much from the bottom of Mr. Bean's heart. This is it's awesome. So I started reading this and going through it, and I was like, it's a dice pool mechanic. It's very simple. It seems very fast. I'm going to run it on the channel for the meetings. So if you're not part of my Discord, jump in there. There'll be links in the doobly-doo. Jump in there and say hi and say, hey, I want to play Invincible. Because I'm going to run it. We'll probably use the pre-gen characters. We'll run the intro adventure. And I want to give it a try because I'm really kind of intrigued by the rules. It's really simple. You pick up a number of D6s that are equal to your attribute, and you roll them. If you get a 6 or the Invincible symbol, that is a success. You need 1. 1 Invincible or 6 is a success. Any extra Invincible symbols or 6s just adds to your success. So if you're in combat, you get stunts where you can do more damage, you can do knockback, you can stun, all kinds of things, headbutt, knockback, whatever. If you're out of combat, you do it faster, you do it with finesse, you take less resources, that kind of thing. So it's a very economical system. Combat resolves down to a dice roll versus dice roll versus possible dice rolls. If it's a sneak attack and you don't know what's coming, you just take the hit. And if you have armor, great. Your armor subtracts the number of armor you have subtracts from the hits that get through or damage. And you just take X. So if you have 2 points of armor and you take 6 points of damage, you now take 4. It's that simple. It is cut and dry, very elegant, smooth dice system, and I like that. Counterattacking, blocking are all options. Dodging is an option for a ranged attack. Because remember, we're talking superheroes, so we're going to have people that can shoot beams out of their eyes or whatever, and can throw cars at you and stuff. So you can dodge those as long as you know it's coming, which is common sense. But you can also block a physical attack. So if someone goes to punch you, you can try to block, and it's an opposed roll. You roll your dice, your fighting dice or your bashing dice, whatever, I forgot what they call it, and then you roll your agility dice or your blocking dice, and then whoever gets more successes wins. If the person that's blocking gets more successes, you don't take any damage. You block the attack, and there's minor mechanics that can affect those, but for the most part, that is it. That's cut and dry. So I think even Invincible has like 6 in strength. I mean, he's like, and he's one of the strongest characters. Now, of course, Omni-Man and the other Viltrumites, would probably argue that. But if I remember correctly, 6 is like the max. Let me put my cheaters on here and we'll double check. I'm going to look at some of the pre-gens that are in here. They have a couple, I believe. Let's see here. I like they've got the Serpent 6 or whatever they're called in here, which is awesome. All the characters from the comic book and the animated show are in here. So here's Conquest. He's a striker. You have advantages and disadvantages as well, so you can manipulate your scores. Tremendous fighting at 11. So Omni-Man is a beast, or I mean, Conquest is a beast, but he's one of the older Viltrumites. Bulletproof has a fighting of 6. I'm trying to see if we can find Invincible, and we may not. Oh, Battle Beast. Battle Beast has a fighting of 12. So you're gonna roll 12, but it doesn't look like there's anything higher than a 12. There may be. I haven't read it completely, but I'm gonna say that the mechanics are super fast. I think they're really well done. The book is very clear and concise. Any parts of the mechanics that I were reading, I did not scratch my head and go, what do they mean by this? So I like that. Free League does good stuff. You can't be mad at them. And then whoever Skybound is, I think I think Free League is publishing. Skybound may have done the promotion and everything for it, may own the IP. I don't know for sure. And it's Free League's rules. It's their a derivative of their D6 Year Zero system. But some of the art in here is fantastic. That's one of the pieces. I mean, full color art throughout the book. Beautiful art. Done really well. There's another good one. Try to get the glare off of it. So I can't say enough good things about this. There is a blank character sheet in the back. It's 2 pages. It has critical injury. Excuse me, it is 1 page. That's not the character sheet. There's various things. Yeah, that is the character sheet. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. You could even play this on a sheet of 8.5 by 11 and fold it in half, because you got talents and drawbacks, critical injuries, personal stuff, team gear. It's all open. There's no grids. I'm sure eventually someone will either do a gridded character sheet or do a form fillable PDF where you can write in it. But it's really well done. I'm excited to see what else they come out with this. I don't know what the license allows them to do at Free League and Skybound, so I'm not quite sure. But it is a mature game. I've already pointed that out, but I want to stress that because there is a lot of gore and viscera in here and body morphing and things like that. So if that's not your jam or you're alien phobic, you don't like creepy aliens and things like that, this may trigger a couple of things. But overall, I think the mechanics are really solid. The art in here is fantastic, but of course the art doesn't really make its way to the game table, right? What makes its way to the game table is the mechanics, the setting, the feeling of the game. And I think, in my opinion, from what I've read of this, it does a really good job of setting that tone, that feeling of the game. They give rules for campaign play. the base, using the pre-generated characters, I get the feel that those are great for like a one-shot or like a convention style game. You want to run it at a con, run that intro adventure, use those starting characters. They're all fleshed out. They're ready to go. But, if you've got the time and you can sit down and create characters, then go for it, man. Or if you want to use any of these guys out here, you want to run a villain game, you can use the Serpent 6 or whatever they're called, duplicate. Obviously, you could run her, and 4 or 5 guys could play her if you wanted to. Darkwing 2, Damien, Darkblood. All the NPCs from the TV show and the comic book are in here, and they're very well portrayed with a full page art with all their stats. So you could, depending on the power level of the game you want to run, you could copy those, find equivalent characters, which is kind of what they did in the starter box. So I'm babbling at this point. We're 16 minutes into the video. It's a buy, guys. I thank whoever sent this to me. It's super cool of you to do it. I really appreciate it. I'm glad I have this. I would have, like I said, I saw it was a D6 system and I went, nope. And I clicked off of it. Didn't look back at it. But I'm so happy I have it now because it's a good read. I think it's going to play really fast. And I'm going to try to get it to the table and do an after action report on the game. So I just wanted to get this video out to kind of go over the mechanics a little bit. And, there's a critical injury chart. You roll a D6 and you add the number of damage that you're at. And that's if you take extra critical hits, you just add a +1 to whatever you roll. And there's a chart that you roll on, and it gets ugly. But it does seem that it's going to fit the feel and the vibe of the comic book and the animated TV series. So I'm waiting for, I think it's season 4. So I'm super excited. Hopefully that will get greenlit if it hasn't already. I don't follow that kind of information too closely when I see an ad for it or whatever. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch shows, streaming, and that's it. So I don't watch commercials and things like that. So I don't really see a lot of what's coming out unless I go out of my way to look for it. But I think if you're unsure, if you're not sure that Invincible is the superhero game for you, it does give you, I should caveat this by saying it does give you rules to create your own hero, and it gives you several different power options. So you could be a blaster, you could be a flyer, you could be a magic user. It gives you some options with powers, and it's not as robust as, say, Marvel Multiverse or Heroes Unlimited, where you have all these choices and stuff, or Champions, anything like that. It's not going to be that verbose in its options, but it is pretty solid. You can make a decent character, I feel, just from what I read of character creation. And it tells you how to scale them up if you want to make Invincible level. If you want to play Viltrumites that are maybe on another planet, if the GM's going gonzo like that, and it's easy enough to do. I do believe, though, if you're not familiar with the universe, you're not familiar with the comics, but you're into superhero games, I would highly recommend buying the starter box and giving that a whirl to see if this game, you're looking at what, $30 for the starter box, I think. I don't know because I didn't pay for it, so I don't know what the MSRP on it. Let me see if it says. I got to put cheaters on because I'm blind and this is small print. It does not say. It does not say, but it does come with the dice, comes with the tokens, pre-generated adventure. It does not come with the GM screen. The GM screen is not part of it. So you get the 10 engraved dice, the custom cards, action tokens and standees. You get a double-sided action map, 34 by 22. You get the basic rules, 3-act introductory adventure, and 6 pre-generated characters. And you can play Invincible. So, and then there's a picture on the back. You want to freeze it and see what all you get in there. If I can get that up on the screen without the glare, you can see everything that comes in there. You can pause the image there and see. So you get a lot of cool stuff. You do not get the GM screen, though, but as an introductory adventure, you don't really need that. So I would say pick that up, see if it's something that tickles your fancy, and if you like it, then go ahead and buy the core rulebook. And there's no price on the core rulebook either. So unfortunately, I can't tell you the price of the book because I don't know. I didn't pay for it. That being said, I hope this gives you a little glimpse into Invincible by Free League and Skybound. I'm really pleased that I have it. I'm grateful that for whoever bought it for me, and I can't wait to get it to the table. And I will do an after action report of running the game with my thoughts, and maybe I'll try to record the people that play, and we'll do an after action summary and let everybody talk about their thoughts. Because as a GM, my points and views will be different than a player's. The players may feel ineffectual. They may love it. They may hate it. They may feel meh. So it all depends. So I hope that helps a little bit. I hope you'll stay tuned for the after action report. And as always, peace and hair grease. And remember, Mr. Mean says be nice. Take care, everybody.